And they're off. Welcome everyone. Welcome SpeedGaming to the Super Metroid Map Randomizer weekly community race. Here we have Super Sponge versus Mo 015. I am Aussie101, going to be talking you through this because Map Rando needs some guidance. At least that's how I feel. So the race just started. We are on time. Just need the restream catch up. Then we'll get started and drop us off directly into a random start. So that'll be fun. Here we have Mo and Super Sponge. They've been here many times on the restream. We've been doing restreams for a while now. Quite a while now. So I hope you enjoy this because we've got some quality racers. The timers are pretty synced. And we get Metroid's 1. The right side of Metroid's 1. Oh, Sponge shooting through the door somehow. Oh, and right into Escape Room 3. This is a bit of an irritating start, because all you can do is run through the pirates. There may technically be a way to kill some of them, but that would take actually forever, and I think you would still most likely get hit. But it seems like we have Mo taking a slight lead and decides to go up instead of down. Let's throw some delay on. I'm gonna press refresh first. So very convenient when you have a save. You can just make any kind of play you want and then reset. And we got a morph ball and morph bombs. Nice. Get that away. And bring up my tracker. I'm also doing tracking. Morph ball, bombs, morph ball, bombs. So you take your morph ball and your morph bombs to this hole in the wall called Spooky Missiles. I didn't see what that was. I'm shuffling windows. Grapple. Okay, I don't have to press grapple. We're good. Resave is pretty smart. At this... Oh, wow. Got hit in the transition by a cover. So unfortunately I have to pick up grapple again. The Sponge also doing the reset after seeing the pink door. Actually, a relatively small time save to reset there, because you have to go through another door again. But with morph bombs, you can get back through high jump room. You can get through the 2 bomb blocks to right supers, or you can get through the... You get back from the down door. And that makes right supers the most interesting. That was a beam. Looked like charge to me. 100 health, as in no E-tanks, is enough to get it, but probably not for hard logic. We're playing hard logic, so there's going to be a resource multiplier on all the heat rooms, and also on Metroid damage, I think. But on higher difficulties, you can be expected to run in and get that. Although it helps a lot if you have like a missile to kill the Garuda. Okay, Sponge not dying to the Covern, who was spawning on top. Okay, so we have Big Pink, and this might trip up a lot of people, but the crumble block does not reappear. So what you want to do is get the 3 items here. Supers are going to be huge. But you get the 3 items, and then you have to go back through the crumble block. So that comes up pretty uncommonly. So not too many people know of it. I think everyone knows about the high jump E-tank one. We even had to do that earlier in the seed to get morph bombs. Logically. I don't know if everyone knows about the big pink one. And then Retro Bryn is the other one, where that can come up. So Sponge is dead. Really unfortunate. Like, you can... had that extra E-tank, so you can get charged pretty safely. But once you go into the door on the right, then just couldn't get back. Mo's gonna have a lot more resources, so it's fine going through. Picked up 2 extra E-tanks and the super pack. Right now we're trying to follow logic. How's this volume? How's Mo's volume? Kind of quiet. Although it's turned up really high on the restream side. But yeah, the E-tanks are interesting for heat runs, most likely. At some point, you can be expected to do Metroid room. They started Metroids 1. So at some point, that becomes possible with just enough health. But the clearer thing that you do is follow the supers up through the pink door. I should be marking things. They both have charge now. When you see charge, you kind of think about Croc. Maybe some other bosses. This gate glitch is not in logic on hard that Mo's doing. Everyone knows it because it's not too bad. There's a setup where you just line up against the wall and do 2 turnarounds. So you're going to see it a lot, but it's not in logic. Turn that up a little bit. I have full control. And at this stage, you probably want to stay in logic. We're still looking for... I mean, you have morph bombs, but you're still looking for power bombs. The E-tank count is pretty good for exploring. But I think I'd rather find whatever majors the seed expects you to get. We are playing on a new build. I don't really remember how new. It's probably a week now. Mo doesn't have grapple. Grapple would help a lot with this room. Mo should have gotten grapple. Actually died due to not having grapple. Or lost all of his health. Good reset. I guess he wants to keep his 1 super. But grapple is really good for killing these Maridia enemies. I mean, if he dies, he goes back through that door. I'm not gonna make a big reaction over him dying. You can kill the atomics in the little glass thing. Oh, this is an expert strat, I think. Jumping through the blue hoppers without getting hit, that's expert. And one of the harder expert things because it's not super reliable. So why do we have grapple? That's actually a curious question. Because we also saw that morph bombs led to supers and E-tanks. Oh yeah, charge is good for avoiding Metroids. Oof. Oh, power bombs, nice. So coming to Metroids with Charge Beam is what you should be doing. Although actually, having some struggle here, so may not survive the trip back. Pseudo Screw is what logically lets you avoid the Metroids, but okay, can bait the Metroid over. It makes it through. Actually has the pirates to go through. Okay, so here you want to use power bombs. You kill this first one, however, and use power bombs, but you actually want to power bomb from below, so that you hit all three at once, I think. Oh, actually, you can do this safely. So if you roll up to the pirates, then they won't fire. And you just have to stay crouched. But if you use power bombs, it's going to be a lot faster. And then we're also seeing that there's another... You didn't intend to use that power bomb. There's another E-tank that they can get at whatever room is left of where sponges. The pink brin hoppers. But if you stay crouched or in ball, then the pirates will never shoot. So you can safely get through this. And you should find a farm room somewhere. But if you're standing, then they'll fire at you. And they do about 15 damage. Okay, it makes it through. Normally you don't have to think so hard about the Torrian pirate rooms. Please pick up grapple. I don't really understand what's going on with the logic so far. Hopefully it makes sense. Oh no. Had the right idea of going towards the E-tank with his power bomb, but couldn't open the pink door. Usually an early grapple is going to be required. Just hard required. So I guess what's happening is... You all know, all of my listeners on SpeedGaming know, that supers and power bombs and E-tanks are filler items. Charge technically is filler, but we found a use for it. But what can happen is a major and a filler item could be placed on the same step. And it's actually the filler item that's progression in that case. I don't remember what is strictly being locked, but it might be that supers and power bombs and E-tanks and grapple are all in the same step. Or maybe it was charge and grapple. The bomb spread. We were just talking about this recently on the Rando Discord. You need to carry the bomb spread into the tunnel a little bit. Yeah, we were talking about ways to do this damageless. And I feel like Mo heard about it, but doesn't know the details. But actually struggling due to not having good resources. Looking to get a farm room just somewhere. Yeah, second super pack, pretty good. When you only have 5, if you have 5 supers, you can run out. It's kind of less common, especially if you have missiles, but we're early enough to not have missiles. If you only have 5 supers, you tend to just use them and then run out. Same with power bombs, but power bombs are kind of flustered in their use, and then you're all out at once. In this case, Mo had to use them to kill pirates. And is struggling to find this farm room. Can't open up the door here. Or, I guess I already did. In the morph ball room to the power bomb item. Yeah, it's... The small hoppers do 20 damage. So before he couldn't take that hit, and was actually going to use the power bomb to kill them. But in this case, it's better to keep the power bomb. So Sponge is now ahead. Oh, they both have grapple. I'd say they're tied. Made it through. It's always so scary. Like, and then also has to get through these Torrian pirates. But pseudo-screwing through the Metroid rooms, it's always going to be harder than a lot of strats because it's more complicated inputs. And it looks like just going to use supers to blow through the pirates. Oh, that's a little scary. The 3 packs of pirates, sometimes you just get hit by the 3rd one if you're just running through. Yeah, let's go back to beeps. I missed the beeps already. Gonna have to get through the key hunters. Big dodge. And then get the health refill. E-Tanker reserve. Mo having some struggle. Mo in danger. Now that's you're gonna need multiple pause abuses. I think he ran into the gold pirate. Oh, but actually there's a save right here. Rule of thumb when you're pause abusing onto the farm bugs is you need to kill them before the pause happens. Because it takes a moment for the drop to appear. To kill them before the pause. Okay. So, pretty rough start for both of them, but I think now we've recovered and are back to exploring. A missile pack? Whoa. This is a really nice looking check from Mo. Various suit, nice. Map? Sus. That's the water map, so it's going to be facing the other way. But it also had to be because the map can't connect to that, to the green gate. I don't think we've seen the way back for Mo. If it's Croc, then sucks. Gonna have to reset. But let's see what we get with this map. Could be our first map. It is not Croc. It is Worst Room. Worst Room's possible, but resetting is gonna be easier. And it looks like Dragom's over there too. Okay. I think I'm going down as well. So Sponge probably gonna do the same thing. Find the very suit, continue to the map. Maps are extremely important. In this case, more important than holding on to the Varia suit because you can reset and pick up the Varia again. So Mo turns around, and I didn't see anything worth collecting in Wreck Ship. I saw a boss. And we have grapple, so the Dragon fight's fine. You just need to not run into any gold pirates. There's some X's to the left. I don't think the X's are that important. I would skip them. The hollow dot and the 2 X's, I would skip them. Because you already have charge. And Varia. So in this case, I would be killing Dragon with grapple. And then I think you have to go back up to the top Norfair. The right side Norfair transition looked like East Ocean or something. Or use Cat Alley. Oh yeah, I'm a tracker. This is the Aussie tracking experience. Every 10 minutes I'll say, oh yeah, I'm a tracker. But getting the E-tank and the 2X's is perfectly fine too. Especially where it's your second pack of both X's, potentially. This is where you don't have to worry about running out. But they are both power bombs, and we already have morph bombs, so kind of weak. The missile pack is a little nice. Ah, unfortunate. This is a pretty good super refill for setting up for the Dragon fight. And then the key point to this Dragon fight is that you can get the quick kill. If you don't get the quick kill, then you can take multiple hits from Dragon, and they're going to be doing 80 each. You need about 100 health for the grapple. I think it's slightly over 100 for the grapple. But then add in some ammo, back to 100. So you'd be gambling if you missed the quick kill and carried it to the top. It is harder to do the grapple kill, or the quick kill without high jump. At least on the left side. And it looks like Sponge is going to be skipping the X's and O's. Nice kill. No trouble here. And let's see how Mo does. Fitting in these charge shots isn't really worthwhile, unless you're going for an ammo kill. But hopefully that's not what we're going to see. It'd be better to hold on to the ammo than to save a little bit of energy. I guess the easy, quick kill on the right. But hey, you get boss drops. Well, hopefully you're staying for boss drops. Why don't you want boss drops? Gonna farm at the farm spot instead. What is the time math on this? Because crossing a water room is pretty slow. Huh. I think it was fine to skip boss drops. How about that? I just assumed you would get those. But maybe you don't. Okay, we're back in Norfair. Sponge has an extra super pack from... It was in Norfair somewhere. It looked like it was at the end of Leadoff. And Mo has an extra 2 power bomb packs. It's going to be a little bit faster to have extra power bomb packs, but they do have morph bombs, so they don't have to worry too much about running out entirely. Wasteland could be expected. Like, Wasteland logic, kind of dumb. There's a lot of, you can just use a power bomb and run through the enemies type logic. But you could also just be expected to take hits. Don't want to run out. You should kill him, I would say. Okay. I don't like killing the first one and not the second. I don't agree with that. But hey, it's a refill. Nothing matters, full health. Full refill. Where's this Norfair map that we're headed to? Gotta be past Wasteland, right? Yikes. This looks like it leads to it. Guy looks like the only way, too. So, Three Musketeer logic would be that you can just run through them. Okay. Maybe there's a... Maybe it wants you to kill one and then run to the other two. But we have 4 tanks, and that means that you can just run directly through them. I think we're looking at changing the logic for basic, though. To say that you can't jump up through the enemies. It's a little bit hard. We found Mother Brain and a map. Let's see what this map has to say. Okay, major right there. Funny looking world we have here. I don't like it. I think this major has to be a movement item. Otherwise, I'd expect you to do East Ocean with the fish damage boosts. That's not a thing. It is a thing, it's not hard. I said it because it's a thing. Oh, what are we expected to do then? Maybe Fish Tank has a runway? We should know what's below it, though. I should have been paying attention. Yeah, so Fish Tank is gonna have West Ocean, East Ocean. Then you go through the top. That'd be the middle of Aqueduct? Okay. So we don't go down to Fish Tank. There's a in-between area. Speed is going to open up Aqueduct, it looks like. It didn't open anything that we've already been to. Because Wreck Ship is empty, and Norfair is forcing us to the right here. So you go into Aqueduct, and you transpark to the item. Everest is currently not in logic. At least not from the Aqueduct door. So you're going to see that there's the double refill here that Sponge is going into. Ammo station refills, refilling all types of ammo. Map Rando only. And from a dry room, you just hold run, and that lets you store a Transpark underwater. And we'll see what this is. Could be ice. Ice would be really annoying. High jump's better, but high jump doesn't... what does high jump do? I don't know what high jump does. I could see something that ice would do, but I don't know what high jump does. It looks like high jump makes you blind check Maridia. There's a sand pit. I'm attracted. That's Decora room. And that's likely how you get back from the sand pit, but you need to worry about which room is down there, because it could be one of the sand halls. And if it is East Sand Hall, you can't get to the side of it. And so Sponge is going to check that. Okay. This has to be the butterfly room then. Because it's the only sand exit that is like directly connected to a door on the side. The sand halls have like an extra tile on each side of the drop. High jump makes you jump high. So Sponge found the way back and is now going to pick up the... Please, go back. Gonna get the sandpit item. So this is right sandpit, but the left item, and high jump is enough to get that. So if you see this and you don't go into that Maridia door, then you know that this is either progression or a filler item. It looks like Mo wants to check too, to be safe. But this is how you play map rando. To be safe, you look for the way back first, because they don't know where Maridia goes until they make these checks. Again, you don't need to continue into the butterfly room. You should be able to tell. Because there's an N right above, that's going to help a lot. And the N, that was added two patches ago. When you get a map in a region, then it'll show up. That region's connectors will show up in the other regions. I shine spark directly into that missile. Oh, this is smart. Get the map here. So we have a cathedral major. Oh, is there anything else here? What? I must have missed a region. Gravity suit. High jump. Surely we have spacer. 20 supers. Could do Ridley with us. Super count's starting to add up. So look it over again. There's the cathedral major, but otherwise you just leave. So yeah, I'd like to see Mo collect the... Well, actually, no. Anyway, Mo's deciding to collect the cathedral major. The thing is, you're not doing anything else in Maridia. You just get this item and leave. But in most cases, he has to go down the sand pit for a gravity suit. If you collect cathedral item and it was gravity suit, then that means you could potentially skip the sandpit item, but that'd be most likely a beam that you're skipping, and so you wouldn't want to do that, actually. You could try to set up a reset in case it's X-ray, but odds are you'd want the beam. But in this case, it's gravity suit, so you're gonna get it. And I think it's the only thing that Mo can do right now. The sponge is going towards wave, Mo going towards gravity. We'll see who comes out ahead. It looks like Sponge will be ahead. Sponge also has more supers. So we'll see if anyone plays for Ridley now. We did see Mother Brain. So that means you don't have to do Ridley now, generally. I don't know about the big picture, whether you would, like whether there's an alternate path back that's better. That'd be reason to not do Ridley now. But I think you skip Ridley at this moment. But we know about Mother Brain, we know about Ridley. Dragon is dead. And we've fully cleared out Wreck Ship and Maridia, with most of Norfair done. We're otherwise heading up. So you see that Ridley's at the bottom of Norfair and Mother Brain's kind of at the top. That'd be a reason to think about doing Ridley right now. If you put it off, then you could have like the full 30 supers or plasma. I think the big benefit to Ridley right now is you can refill your supers before Mother Brain this way. Gravity suit. We'll see if Mo wants to do something else. I think either way is fine. If you put off the fight, you're not saving that much time with a better weapon. And I don't think you're saving much room traversal to do it right now either. With 2520, that is 5 missiles short of 25 supers. We have to do about 5 supers worth of damage. This is the 210 beam, so that is roughly 3 shots per super. 15 shots, plus a little bit more. So it saves about... Oh, that was a very poor X factor attempt. Saved it though. It looked like 5 X factor particles hit. They're going to be doing 300 each. So that's like 2.5 supers. Roughly 8 seconds of beam shots. Looks like they both decided to do the Ridley fight right now. But mathematically, you lose about 15 seconds of damage. Or theoretically, do a weaker beam. But you're going to be saving that time from map traversal. And actually, there's a ammo refill right here. A health and ammo refill, so it's not that big a deal if you come back later. The issue is that Mo only has 10 supers, so this is going to be a much slower fight for Mo. It was about 15 seconds per super pack, so 2 packs is another 30 seconds. I don't know the DPS of power bombs. It seems pretty similar to charge shots. But it's more manipulatable. And Speed Booster, we're just gonna keep mistracking things. Don't worry about it. It shouldn't be any problem though. It's fine. With 10 supers here, you would wait until Ridley turns red, and then do your 15 shots, and then shoot all 10 supers, and the fight will be over. So I think in Mo's case, I'd rather that he put the fight off until later. But with Sponge, I almost prefer doing the fight first. Doing the fight right now. The 10 super difference is pretty big. Screw attack. You can actually just run and jump to get to the screw attack item there. It made it through. We're not really scared for Mo. Experienced Super Metroid Randomizer Superstar Mo. Can do it with 10 supers and a weak beam. But it was a time loss compared to what Sponge did. And that means they were pretty even leaving Maridia. But Sponge had a little bit of a lead. But now the lead's just going to be bigger. Because Sponge has already made it all the way to the item here, which is Screw Attack. Screw Attack, you don't really need it, but we're still going to be checking that. Actually, you don't need to check it, now that I think about it. If Ridley's already dead, then the value of the other majors is very low. So where most want is Zeb Skip, if we don't already have that. And I kind of think that we can Zeb Skip with speed. Yeah, that's a consequence of doing Ridley. It's going to devalue the rest of the majors quite a bit. We've grapple, so you can do all of these Everest jumps fine. Seems like Mo's gonna be doing the same play towards the major. And that's kind of what you just normally, intuitively, without thinking, would do. Just come over and pick up that major. But after thinking about it a little more, I think you skip this major. Oh. What's happening? Is this Kraid? I think on Sponge's side you do Ridley, but on most side you don't. Because they have a 10 super difference. Otherwise they are in go. The beam they have is fine for finishing. Wave Spazer's fairly strong. Coming back with better weapons doesn't speed up Sponge's Ridley fight that much compared to the map traversal to get back. Because you have to detour a little bit to get to Ridley, even though Mother Brain is really close. And then we have GT here on the right. Don't really need to do that. There's an X there, but it's not the safest thing to get. And it's really not worth Sponge's time to get that. The number that I'm using is 15 seconds per super pack. And that'll apply to Mother Brain too. Like, it'll be 15 seconds faster to use supers compared to using charge shots. Because supers are going to be doing double damage to Mother Brain. The map is right here. Nice. Not Fantium, though. And that's a sign that we have a lot of game to play left. We find the ship. It has a major. Mama Turtle has a major, and that's right next to her region. Okay, Mo gonna leave Kraid for later. Yeah, I didn't really look at how far away the screw attack is compared to the main path that they're following. But if you have to detour for that screw attack, then it's not really worth picking up. But again, majors have more value for Mo than they do for Sponge. So they both pick Brinstar. In this situation, you'd like to set up a save so you can reset out in case you guess wrong. But we're just looking for Fantin. We see that the map is far to the right. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I sometimes think of it as like, less likely to be a Fantin. Because the map's on the right side of the region, of course. It can't be a left map. When looking for Fantoon, Fantoon's room will always be the right. It's always going to be a right door. Off of some hub room. The map will be a left door. Because we don't change the rooms themselves in map rando, not really. Don't really see much reason to skip an E-tank. But we also don't need health. 5 tanks is a lot. Oh, okay. Splatoon time. Did not have X Factor set up. Unfortunately, blindly found the room. Splatoon is great at wasting time. I don't know if you all are aware. Then also, this beam is gonna be doing 210. So that's not quite a super worth of damage per shot. I'll be taking multiple shots. And also looked like Sponge had the better path to the map. We're just map hunting right now. Oh, nice refill though. And it sure looks like you have to go through... Oh, ice. Ice is decent. Unless you reset it. It looks like you have to go through Batoon to get to this map. Right now, Sponge is checking for right doors to find Phantoon. And there he is. So they both picked right. I think there is some temptation to pick Torrian. Especially if Mo wanted the major. If it was earlier in the game, if they weren't already in go mode, then he'd really want to get the major. But this is after go mode, just looking for bosses. And it looks like this is a fairly fast seed. 45 minutes in, Sponge is going to be getting the final boss kill here. Just needs to perfectly doppler these missiles into Phantoon for a 3 round, hopefully. And then going to be on the way to the Brain. He's back in Norfair. A few more missiles. Could have put it in. They are both running into ice. That's good. Ice benefits Mo more because the lower super count. But it's going to be helping both of them a lot. You can power up that beam from 210 to 300 damage per shot. Didn't really pick up too much ammo, so a stronger beam is going to be really helpful. Is the 4 bosses down? The race room. I disappeared the race room. 17 racers in this race room. Yeah, don't really need the map. Sponge kind of took a direct path over to Phantoon. So you just need to follow that back. Yep, 17 racers. At the top of the leaderboard is Spiffy, followed by Mo and Sponge. Then Bambi. Bambi's really up there. Bambi gained a lot of points recently. So at this point, you start counting your mistakes. Let's see if we can get this. No. That was exactly when you don't focus on what the runner is doing. There's a health refill right above, though. This is that. In Map Rando, the baby cutscene is a lot faster. That means you're not going to be saving that much by getting baby scope. Could have played it just for the refill. It would be a little bit faster to get baby scope, but a lot harder. Not an easy trick. Now, unfortunately, Mo has to find Kraid, or get back to Kraid. You want to show off, too. Looks like Mo's not going for baby scout. There were a lot of components of Baby Skip fit in that brief period before getting grabbed. The morph bomb in the air, jumping to the left. But quick grab, quick refill. I know, not too much drama regarding the 1v1. Sponge is just up a boss and has better weapons. But they're not that far apart either. I forget where it all went wrong. Both of them had some struggle early on. Sponge just ran into 2 extra super packs. In the Big Pig segment, which is... I think that was the first region still. Yeah, as we were clearing the first region, there was a lot of blind looking around for where to go. And it looked like Sponge ran into better items with the super pack than Mo did. Okay, ice is going to help a lot, it turns out, with this skip. Respin is set on the generate seed side of things. So you can't individually turn it on. Unless you patch the game yourself. But we shouldn't be seeing any respin. Okay. And we question what Mo's up to. Nice space jump. We are using high quality of life for these races, and that's mostly to get the 4 item markers on the map. And respin would be as part of max quality of life. It has 5 tanks, both suits, so it just needs to avoid a double hit over enemy. Mo's found every map station now. Nice damage boost. I like that one. Damage boosting off the head. I was looking for Norfair. Hoppish of Norfair. There it is. Okay, that was a bit of a time loss. Doing all of Torrian and then looking at the map for a while. Unforced errors. There it is. We're just closer than they appeared. Now, Mo has to go all the way over to Kraid. That cleaned up. But we're watching the escape here. A bunch go through the escape. Somewhat long, I think. Really, it's just Norfair and criteria. But it's a lot of them. A lot of Norfair, a lot of criteria. In the escape, you're given all the items. So that means space jump and hyper beam. Spring ball. We kind of had most of it. Yeah, the map looks a little bit tricky. At the top of Norfair is bowling, and that's one way. I think bowling doesn't work in the escape, but I've never tried it. Usually when I look at bowling, it's to go from bottom to top. I think it doesn't work. So what you need to do is you need to come down to Everest and take the big toilet up to get back into criteria. No one is done yet in the race. We're worried about Spiffing beating out to a sponge. This could be a first place finish. That'd be good. A 17-person race. You take things in that situation. 1 minute left. Just entered Kateria. And we saw landing site is far left. Mo went pretty close to it to get to Torrian. But it was farther than that. And you're going to see some nice movement with using the Hyper Beam to break all of the blocks. Hyper Beam breaks bomb blocks and super blocks, power bomb blocks, because you lose all of your ammo in the green phase. And otherwise, it's just about having clean movement to beat the escape timer. Ground hard, so there's some leniency built into everything. And that includes the escape timer. This looks like it. Bottom right of landing site. GG to Super Sponge. That's first place on the restream. First place overall, too. Well done. I'm not sure how you play this differently. It's always hard to tell. Because you get go mode, you're almost forced into go mode after Maridia giving you gravity suit. So I'm not sure where you make or lose time in this seed, other than Torrian versus Brincer would be an option. We're joined by the Super Sponge.
Hello.
GG's on your win.
Thank you. What happened to Mo? How could this happen?
So one thing that happened to Mo is he did not see Kraid and continued exploring into Torrian.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Other than that, you were effectively the Kraid kill ahead and kind of holding hands in on your hunt for Phantom.
Huh. Okay. I'm surprised by that, really. My beginning felt so not good. I figured he'd be way far ahead at that point.
Well, you both had a hard time in the beginning. Mo actually had it worse.
Oh, okay.
It was after getting power bombs. He came out of that with no resources at all and saved, and he's had a hard time refilling.
Good old farming.
Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't really see the big differences in your route otherwise, but you ended up finding 2 super packs, and that really helped with your Ridley fight.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back where those were.
Yeah, I saw that Mo got the miners before Dragon, the E-Tank and the 2 power bomb packs, and you skipped those. It just seemed like in the early game, when you're back doing Wreck Ship, there's a lot of blind checks to find the early progression of various suit.
Which you ended up having to get twice to sack for the map, but that was worth it. I think it was for the map.
Yeah. I think it was right to reset after the map instead of doing Worcester.
Yeah, I would have had to bomb jump up, I think.
Yeah, and lose all your resources killing them too.
Yeah, and that tight. There's a tight bootless wall jump up there, right?
Yeah, you can do the.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah.
It's a hard on. That's an extreme.
a little too extreme for me, but maybe someday.
It's good to know, like especially in vanilla map races, where you always have to do worst room. People just start learning it. So. I know it's cool to see in Super Metroid which other categories you run and carry strats over from.
Yeah, I've only done real casual speed runs of the game. Just not really learning those specialized techniques for like reverse boss order or any of those crazy categories. So yeah, pretty much most of what I know is just from these map randos, which is great.
Yep. And there is a lot to know. Keep you busy.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I almost took the golden chorizo bait. I'm glad I didn't. Whatever
Right.
it could have ended up being. Probably have the resources to get whatever minor that is and the major, but not.
Yeah, my thought was that you didn't need screw attack even. How out of the way was that?
Screw attack was that in Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
It was close to on the way to crate. I figured I'd snag it, hoping it was a beam.
Yeah, it was
But
somewhat close, and a beam would have been really good.
Figured I'll check the minor there too. It's just the Metroid 4 room, and figured it'd be power bombs, and so it was.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But my thoughts for the race was like after you decided to kill Ridley, then you were effectively full go mode at that point, just looking for Fantune. And your beam was fine for just not getting any more majors.
I did want to find ice at that point so I could Zeb skip. Was looking for that. But, although, with Mother Brain connected to a farm room, it's not really that important. It worked out. Happened to chance into it in Criteria. Or Brinstar.
Yeah, that'd be Brinstar.
Yeah.
Right next to Fantune. While looking for Fantune. It might be possible to get a Shine Spark into Mother Brain's room. Be pretty tight.
Down below and then jump up into
yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be really tight.
Too close for me, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
Although, yeah, you do get a pretty big runway in Three Musketeers. You could stop early and continue running. Okay, well, yeah, I might try that.
Mo is almost done now. Just a few rooms away from the ship.
Which, yeah, the escape, I think, must have taken... It wasn't the cleanest escape, but it seemed pretty close. I don't know if I took an odd route or not. I guess I just kind of dropped a lot of jumps. Only having...
A little bit of a tricky map in the escape.
A little bit.
There it is. Mo has entered the ship. That was a time of 103.15. I didn't call Sponge's time. 55.29 was your official first place winning time. Woo-hoo! And in between is Spiffy Thomas with a 57. A third place for Mo. Good. Talk to you both here in the setup channel.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get into any new topics. Come up at any time. Okay, gone. And we are joined by Mo, third place in the race. GG.
Yes, everyone.
So, how you feel about the race? Maybe we can start with the Torrian pirates at the start that you both ran into some trouble with.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Shoot, what was that?
Hopefully your audio is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So,
Sorry. Yeah, the beginning. Yeah, the beginning was a bit confusing. But I think that after you get like Varia in Wreckship, you have a lot more options, and I don't know. I think it doesn't. I don't feel that this seed was that bad. It was just a bit confusing at the beginning, but for me, the worst part was at the end. I didn't read the map well enough, and I didn't see Great was on the far right of Norfair, and I went to Torrian to look for him, and that was really bad.
yeah, fortunate that you missed that. We did see Sponge already went over there earlier. Like there's always the chance that you're putting it off, but no, just overlooked it. And that's most of the gap between you. Sponge was ahead for most of the race. I think Mo was first of area, but then Sponge pulled ahead somehow, and then just kept a lead. And then missing Kraid made the gap between the two of you.
Right, that was those pirates in the beginning were for supers, right? Or
Power bombs.
power bombs. Okay. I'm having trouble remembering.
Yeah.
I just know I almost didn't have enough to make it through, but somehow pulled it off.
Yeah, the
For
issue
a
is more
moment,
the Metroids.
For a moment, I forgot that I had a charge, and I was about to tank the damage. But it was. Yeah, overall, I think it's not that bad of a seed. Just the beginning is a bit rough, but after Wreckship, you find basically everything you need. So it's not that bad of a seed. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of how it looked. Also, the maps weren't too bad. As you've been saying, like before Varia, you're kind of poking around trying to figure out what it wants. But after that, you can just go to the maps.
I found the one-ways around Mount Everest pretty amusing, having bowling above it and the jail in the bottom left, and then is that single chamber? What's that room called? With the crumble blocks. It's just a whole lot of one-ways around Mount Everest, kind of stopping you from going that way. You have to go around and come from the bottom right. It scared me during the escape because I was just going to take the route back that I took to get there, and then saw, oh, there's crumble blocks there. I don't remember how to get back now. But luckily, it's just on that way still.
Yeah, I had to look at the map for a bit to figure it out how to escape.
Yeah.
So I thought at the beginning the loop was all the way back from Wreckship Shaft, but that seems too far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that segment of map, you have to really focus on it to see what is possible to do. I was actually like focused on Fish Tank the first time you were trying to pass through that. Try to figure out how you could possibly go through there, but there's a middle
Oh,
connector in single chamber
yeah.
that you. There's just a lot of information there.
Mm-hmm. It is really confusing down there.
Okay. Did you both have thoughts about putting off Ridley for later? At all?
I thought about it for a little bit, but I think I had 20 supers at that point and figured, may as well just take them out now because I might not be back. It's not terribly far from Mother Brain, but far enough to where I figured I'm down here. I have both suits, 20 supers, charge. May as well just get it over with. Or are you saying even before going into Maridia?
No. After Maridia.
Okay, good.
Yeah, at that point, I was thinking that the map could extend upwards, and there was nothing below that area, so I didn't want to left Ridley there for a while. I want to get rid of him as soon as possible. I don't know where you got 20 supers. I only had 10, but with charge and a couple beams, it wasn't that bad.
Right. That's why I was like fully okay with Sponge doing the fight right then. But I don't think the trip back to Ridley was really that far, and Mother Brain was just right above somewhere. So I thought Mo could have put it off. Yeah, that was just another difference between your routes. Sponge just ended up having better supers, and that held for the whole game. Like didn't have running out of super issues early on like Mo did, and then had better damage for bosses. I don't know. It was a good race between the two of you. Good showing.
Yeah.
Good results.
I'm quite happy.
So you can fit in some last words if you'd like. Shout out your Twitch channels. Super Sponge 253, Mo
Woohoo!
015.
Yeah, just the usual shout outs to the Map Rando community and SpeedGaming Live and everybody that participates in these, and you, Aussie, for all that you do for all of this. It's yeah, just a whole lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, this Brando project is a massive thing for the SM community. And yeah, shout outs to the devs. Continue with that great job that you're doing. And anyone who wants to join, come here. There's a lot of fun here.
Sure. Thank you for that. But yeah, I can link the MapRando website. You can find a link to the Discord from there, and that's where everyone talks about MapRando things. But play for yourself, maprando.com. Big community effort too in like improving the project. Like it's, there's various people coming in, adding patches to the randomizer, making tutorial videos. We're seeing a lot more of those now, and otherwise providing helpful input. Yeah, thanks to both of you for racing here. I've been Aussie 101. Next week, I don't want to not mention this, is the last race of the month. So it'll be different settings, and that will be vanilla map is what we're changing. So if you're interested in that, you can tune in, watch more Map Rando. Saturdays and Wednesdays here on Speed Gaming. Thank you everyone for being here, and see you all next mission.